Good morning, everyone. Sorry for the late start. I was having a smidge of internet problems. Just had to do a restart. Now everything's happy again. It happens that way. So happy Monday. Let's see. It's the last Monday of February. So I've got to double check the book. Let's get a little managing done so we can start making. I like that idea. I see nothing on the main month calendar, so nothing I forgot to transfer. I still have a few things to take care of today. Apologize for the 2 packages that have not been billed and shipped yet. I ended up having some strange printer problems, and I usually use, excuse my reach, I usually use my printer to just print my shipping labels off. I didn't think that I needed to invest in the machine that does the printing for shipping labels. But I'm thinking about it now. I bought a $40 printer cartridge. Luckily, they let me return it. I put it into my printer and went and print. And I ran all the cleaning and I ran all the adjusting. And it still wasn't working. So I returned it. Oh my God. I wanted to see if it had ink in it, so I flung it. Oh God, did it have ink in it? I made a big black mess across the house. But luckily, linoleum floors were installed in this house years ago. As a matter of fact, I pulled the carpets up so they could lay this down. Grandmother and I painted the subfloor and walked on that for years. So anyway, it was easy to clean up, and I cleaned it all up, and I transplanted some plants. Maybe we'll do a plant tour one day. Maybe I'll take a vote on it when I get a chance to have a vote spot. I haven't quite gotten to that spot, I don't think. I need to double check if I can do a survey. It would be fun if I could. So, today starts on a 26th and will end Friday of this week on my birthday. Yep, I will be 49 on the 1st. So, I want to do a special little pop-up or be somewhere just to say hi to people. But I haven't determined if that's going to happen yet or not. Alrighty. So I'll wait for the signal to get out and see if anybody pops in. Oh, hello, I see someone. I knew it would take a minute for that signal to get out. I just did a brief review of, the nothing that's happening this week, except for Friday being my birthday. And I hope to be able to, like I just said, pop on somewhere else. So let's get started. Oh, I gotta go grab something. I'll be right back. I wanted to show you what it turned out like. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I'm back. Okay. Let's see. What do we got? How the seashell turned out. The Milliput worked really well. Excellent. Ta-da. Oh, wow. Has interesting texture once it's become solid. Here's my little texture stone. Wow. This looks amazing. It is well held together. It is, as it says, like a rock. I cannot pull this apart. I could if I tried harder, but it's smoothed out well. If I want to sand it or grind it, I can. And there's how that turned out in the middle. And I was hoping to like set something in there, that it sets up all on its own. I have no fear of this coming apart at all. It looks extremely secure. Extremely. Today, I brought a little extra water. And today, I'm going to do a project I've been holding on to for a very long time, just for this Milliput project. So we're going to work with Milliput again this week. Excuse me. Bubbles. Yeah, we're working with Milliput again this week. I'm excited. And I did locate something I've been trying to find, which is this. This I found it at Goodwill or a thrift store or the bins or somewhere. And I was looking for this when I was working with the air dry clay because I wanted to put the air dry clay on this to dry rather than the glass. The glass, I was just terrified. Well, I wasn't terrified, but it did what I thought it would do, which was dry unevenly. Took it longer and might have affected some of the ways it looks. So we'll work with that again soon. Did I get a new mold? I might have a new mold coming. But for now, I'm going to just put these things back in. Oh, this is so tiny. It's the stone. It's the little piece that I made with like a stone and then a rock on top of it. And I just barely squished that on there. And I'm not sure how secure it is. Oh, okay. It's not as secure as I thought it was, at least the stone on stone, because I didn't like mush it together and make it like I did here, where I gave it that seal. And it took me putting my fingernail up, just slid. But next time I will do differently. But now I have a tiny one and a tiny one. Ha! Sorry, it's under my thumb. There we go. Oh, it sits right inside the other. That's nice. That's kind of amusing. As long as I don't slide it around and knock it off of there. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, move those off because they're dealt with. So I'm just going to move them off to the side. I found another tray of shells, so I will be doing that again. This again, or adding to this yet. But today I actually want to complete a project that I've had waiting for a very long time. Or at least it feels like a very long time to me. So, okay. So I accidentally broke a teacup I wanted to keep. And it had a matching saucer, but it broke in the most elegant place. Do you see? It broke like half a teacup. The bottom is still intact. The handle is still intact. The front design is beautiful. And it's just, now this break is a bit odd because this piece sticks out so far and this piece doesn't. But what I plan to do is build, oh, hold on one moment, guys. I have a call coming in. Good morning, Caroline. Sorry about that. Had to answer a quick question. All right. The saucer was cracked. So it has a matching saucer. The matching saucer ended up having a really bad crack go through it. And so I glued that. You can see the shine of the glue, but that's on the back. Now, this is the front side. Now, you might see this scratch mark. The scratch mark I used, they have these, if you go to, I went to the beauty store and they have these fingernail files. I'm sure you can get them off of any ordering site for a less price, but they have a tip and it's wrapped in like sandpaper or emery board paper to file your nails with. They're for like going under nails and getting back in. Anyway, I used one of those because it had that nice tip on it. And I just kind of set this up here where I wanted it to set. And I kind of scratched in a little bit of a mark. One, I thought that the Milliput would need it to hold it together, but I don't think it needs it as badly as I thought it did. And I also kind of wanted to know where I wanted to line it up, but I wanted to line it up so that the top of the bottom of the teacup, or the bottom, so that, excuse me, so the bottom of the teacup lined up across the top of this lower layer of flowers. And then I was going to like put something in it. I didn't know what to put in it yet. But I feel much more confident in using the Milliput now. So I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to attempt to attach this way right here with Milliput. And if it stays and it works, then I will find a way to attach it so I can hang it off of something, and I will use the Milliput to attach it to the back. So that's the plan. We'll devise the hook if the rest of it succeeds. Then you guys can help me with that. All right. So anyway, starting in March, the other thing I wanted to mention is starting in March, instead of being craft alongs, it's going to be Make It Mondays. I know I was doing Manage It Mondays, and I do my little management kind of in the beginning. If you're a little late coming in, you can always check that at the beginning, and sometimes I'll review it later. But like I mentioned, I apologize for the 2 packages that haven't been billed and shipped yet. I was having printer problems. That's been resolved, so you will be seeing those. Fingers crossed, it'll be today. That is my goal after doing this. I have to go to the store and purchase a couple of other items, and then I will be shipping. All right. Or billing first. All right. There is also, I've noticed this, and I think I would like to try and repair it as well. There is the tiniest of chips right here, but every time I run my finger across it, I'm afraid I'm going to cut myself. So I'm going to attempt to do something about that. I don't know if I'm going to use a tiny bit of Milliput right there, or if I'm just going to try and find like a fingernail file and sand that sharpness down, because it's going to hang on a wall. It doesn't have to be repaired. I just don't want it to cut when I move it around or work with it. So that's an item I've got to keep in mind as I look through my tools and do things. So the first things first is we've got some water. We've got the Milliput. I need to grab a couple of tools. Oh, guess what? Applicators. I am going to attempt to use these as applicators for the antiquing paste, and we're going to get working on creepy dolls again. All righty. What am I looking for? I am looking for, oh, wow. I really moved to tools, didn't I? I tried to return them to the homes they should be in. Well, let me stand up over here and grab a couple tools. All right, so let's see. So, Caroline, how's your week been? Okay. Cutter. Ooh, that tool was nice. These tools worked well. It was a beautiful week here, nicer than expected, and I didn't get out as much as I would have liked to enjoy it. I did a little weeding yesterday, but it is raining now, and we have anticipated rain all week. That's just kind of what it does here in this time of year. It rains. All right, I think I have all the tools I need. I am sure I have forgotten something. Well, we're going to start with these. I noticed that there's supposed to be some unseasonably warm heat waves going through. Yeah, no, we got the rain. And the weather predicts the rain for like the next week, but that's typical weather for here. Just not in February. All in all, I'd say we've had an unseasonably warm winter in our valley. But that depends. We also usually have a 2 weeks spring in February, and it's still been, I don't know, the weather's just, one of my grandmothers used to write the weather down. She would write the temperature, for the day, the high of the day and the low of the night, and if it rained, how much it rained, and just all sorts of different barometric information. And she would have a hanging calendar, and she had little spots, and nothing else was usually written on the calendar other than birthdays. But she would, every day she would record the weather up just where I used to live. Found I'm going to try and do that little sanding thing. Oh, yeah, that's going to work perfectly. Gotta take the glasses off. It's so much better. Yay. Okay, it worked. Oh my gosh. Getting overly excited. All right. So first things first, let's lay this down, because laying the towel down. So the porcelain, whatever it's considered, I'm sure it's porcelain, but doesn't whack the glass. We've got the milliput. I brought water this time in advance. I also determined I have not been drinking enough water, so I brought water. Coffee and soda are lovely. Coffee is warm and filling and caffeine. The Sprite is bubbles and clarity. But truly, water is hydration. Oh, I was drinking AG1 for a while. Oh, I so enjoyed it. Unfortunately, it's out of my budget. And even this month, I'm afraid it's going to be out of my budget. So I have to go searching for a compromise. All right. Let's get you down here so you can see what we're doing for a little bit. La la. All right. You remember the tools? Uh-oh. I remember I need more than one blue towel. Off to get another blue towel. Hold on. I got to keep them closer. That's how we do it. I see what happened. They got put in the other spot after they got cleaned. All right, blue towels. We are on a roll. All right. That's the one I want. Here we go. So we determined last time that I had too much, right? And I took, well, no, we're going to need more this time. We're going to need more because this is, I've got to fill this on the here and then get it to attach. So let's start on there. All right. This might go a little easier this time, though. I don't have the plastic gloves on that it's stuck to so badly. Learned our lesson the first time that one. So, I'm excited about the Milliput. We love the Milliput. All right. Let's start with the same amount we had last time because we thought it was too much thin, but I am sure it will be plenty this time. Oops. Come down. Hold that straight. Hey, I figured out my mistake from last time. Instead of doing it from the back, we do it from the front. Huh? It still works. And this has the same measurement as I had back on the other side. So, sorry, having one of those extra talkative days. My son overslept. I'm sure he was late to class. Luckily, school is walking distance, so there was that. All right, clean that off. We're going to come up here and we're going to bring this one up here. Wow, that's kind of scrunched. We got a little scrunchy. All right, so the half line right there and the half line right here. And let's see if we can do this without too much issue. Got like this funky coating on the outside. Okay. Extra sticky. Well, I can already foresee me needing to buy more of this in my future. I love this stuff. All right, stuff it back down in the box. All right, and set that over there. All right, I'm gonna mix it together. Let's move the little one into the tray. Tools can come over here. Don't necessarily like them on the glass. I'm gonna redesign that idea. All right. Ooh, one is definitely mushier than the other. That's for sure. So the one that looks like it has a little yellow on it, that one's super soft. And the drier feeling one, well, yeah, the other one that's pure white is much feels drier. Maybe when you get the right consistency, the moisture is really there. Good. All right. Keep folding. Keep pulling it apart and restacking it and squishing. Glad I started out this way this time. I think it's going to make a big difference. Yeah, I'm used to having another freeze in our area between now and, say, April. But it seems like instead of getting that extra freeze, we're getting more rain. So, yeah. I haven't paid attention to what the snow pack on our mountains are. One of the snow packs usually. So I used to get local news when I had regular cable, but I've gone so away from that and they don't stream the news like, having a YouTube channel and it just pops up like, I don't know, after it's done or something. They don't do it that way. It's just each individual story. And I have a harder time following it that way. So I'm kind of like kneading this into my hand, folding it over, pressing and turning, folding it over, just kind of getting a good blend. So I haven't been able to pay attention to like the snowpack here on our mountain, most closely being Mount Ashland for skiing. And so I really haven't kept up with how we're looking for the year. I'll get an update from my mother. She keeps really close eyes on that. So, all right. I think we're doing pretty good here. I think that's mixed. I don't see any yellow streaks. It seems all to be the same exact consistency. All right. So here's what the Milliput is looking like. Bring it up, hold it still. There we go. So yeah, this is kind of what I'm going for. All right. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do the snake method to start out with. I need to get a layer and I need to kind of help convince it that attachment to the cup is what we need and what we want. So we're gonna roll out a snake in my hands, and I'm gonna take part of that off here and keep going. Well, re-roll it, and then I find that once you've cut a snake in a part that you should re-roll its ball to ball form and then start rolling out to what you want it to be. Oops, that's bad. Rolled it between the fingers and got lumpies. Don't need lumpies. Let's see if we can get this to roll out without sticking to the glass. Not bad. Oh, that doesn't want to. It does not roll like clay. I need to watch a couple of videos from some other more experience. Ha, 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 ha. There's multiple Western songs that I think of with that. Okay, it is really sticking. I want to stop that. So let's just start working with it. So I've got the tip right here and I want to build up. It needs an edge to attach. And then, ooh, yeah, it doesn't want to stick to that. So let's kind of push it on kind of pushing this on here. Oop, it broke off in my hand. So let's work with what we've got on here. Yeah, remember that water? We learned about water last time. So I'm going to dip a finger, rub it between my fingers, and then kind of, I wonder if the edge of the if the edge of the cup was wet, if it would help. I don't know. All right, let's kind of build that edge up. I hope I'm in view here. Just going to keep getting my fingers wet and pressing this over the edge. Kind of look underneath, see how it's doing under here as well. Hey, you guys have that view. Ooh, careful not to get a whole lot of milliput fingerprints everywhere. That would kind of not be good. May have to lay a blue towel in my hand for that. We'll see. Ooh, right there between the fingers. Making sure, I'm trying to make sure it comes down kind of on both sides gently. I've got one spot here that's more than the other, so I'm going to try and adapt it. Ooh, fingernail works kind of good. All right, so that's pushing down nicely. This little bit. Get it down on the bottom a little closer so it kind of pushes over the edge. It does a smear. It does a smear. Push that down. Push this down. Make it attach. Make it feel attached. Give it a smooth transitional edge. Oh, Lord have mercy. Haven't heard words like that in a long time. Okay. Unless I said them last week, in which, yeah. Okay, I have a lot of extra water, and I'm concerned about leaving too many marks on my cup. So I want to come back and just kind of clean up those marks. I have a clean finger, and I'm just kind of wiping the edge where I've left, and I'm going to wipe that back. And I got some here on the all over places I don't want it. So let's get it wet. The next thing I need to do is clean the middle of my hand because I'm trying to balance it and I got all that in my hand. So let's take 2 semi-clean fingers. Gonna get a blue towel wet. And I'm just gonna wipe off the palm of my hand. There we go. And that will make handling the cup without getting it too dirty much easier. All right. Get that cup back up here. Let's see if we can get this figured out. All right. So we got that part. Now, let's add some more. We've got a snake over here that we haven't finished using. Take a piece off. I'm going to get the whole piece wet. Let's see what happens. Well, that's kind of nice since it's been sitting there. That gets that softened up. Makes it a little easier to manage. Hey, not bad. Let's keep tilting. Keep attaching, trying to get an even edge all the way around. I think when I'm doing this, one of my main concerns is getting that sharp edge covered. So even though I may not need to be building as much in one area, I am so surprised. Okay, if I say it, it's gonna jinx it. But I'm so surprised this has been broken like this for this long and waiting for this to happen. And I have not cut myself on it. So yeah, I'm probably going to cut myself before the end of the day, but I'm just so happy that I've worked with the Milliput, and in all contexts, it's been working. Well, technically, this is only its third way of using it, but okay, get my fingers wet, kind of smooth stuff across. Don't push too hard or it warps whatever you've done on the bottom. And way too much sliming over some of the edges, so I'm trying to pull it back with my finger because I don't want it to impede the handle. Now, when I lie the cup against the saucer, one thing I did notice was that because of the corner, it the handle was touching. So I'm hoping this resolves that issue. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to try and clean up some of the other edges because edges bother me, especially messy edges. And I make a lot of messy edges. Whoa, what got brighter? Oh, maybe one of the lights over there started working. I've got a lot of light bulbs that they think they're dead, and then all of a sudden they decide, no, I'm not quite dead yet, so I'll pop back to life and be bright again. It's either that or the sun peeked out of the corner. At this point, it could go either way. All right. Oop. Oh, yeah, dirty edge over here that I just made. Trying to clean that up. Oh, there's one that's right by the handle. That's going to be there we go. A little better. Little better. Okay. Edge I've made, I can deal with. Edge on the inside. Let's wipe a little of that back. Okay. So now I'm going to try, I've got that corner still over here to do, but I think for now I'm going to try and bring another layer of snake in just to help start to fill this in. I just need to make it, actually, no, let's go back to exactly what we were doing. That. There we go. A little more smoothing. A little more edge. Okay. Wet fingers. A bit of snake. Get it wet. I definitely agree that getting the little bit of snake wet is helping. All right. Now, let's get this. So this little edge is covered. Ah! Runaway snake. He didn't like that idea. All right. Squish, 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 squish. Okay. Come on, buddy. You know you want to be there. I am glad I cleaned up my earlier mess around this because I am making it worse. So at least I had a clean view to start with. All right. How we doing with that? All right. I really am not sure. I think this looks pretty good, especially for a built-up edge. Okay, so let's see if I can get the mess out of there. There we go. Extra milliput. Really? Do I really not need that much milliput again? Oh, Lord have mercies. Okay, now I should reach for, so this is definitely going to have to come out wider so that it touches. All right, grab the plate, set it down, grab the handle. Oh no, don't grab the handle. I can't get my finger out of the hole. Okay. And kind of set it where I want it. Oh, so much filler. So much hole I still need to fill in. All right. Okay. I'm going to try something. I got my glasses off, so if you're typing, I can't read it quite yet. So I'm going to take this extra snake. I'm going to dip it in the water. Ooh, should not dip twice. No, I'm teasing. Get this thing moving again. And then I'm going to just like get it down there. Okay, that piece goes right there. Making things worse. Okay. Clean up the plate so I don't get milliput all over it. Okay, cleaned that up. Move the plate. Plate's been moved. All right. Okay, I'm liking this. I think that helped get it in my head. That really helped. Okay, now I just have to get the milliput to mush together. So, I also want it to kind of stay in place. So I'm going to put a finger under it. And I'm going to grab the ball with the big musher so I can mush more surface. Oh, big musher may not be the right thing. Nope, big one's not right. Ooh, don't drop that on the glass. Don't like that. Gonna have to work on making sure I have a blue towel for the rest. Oh, there we go. There we go. This is starting to work. Oh, this is good. It's also helping to make sure it's attached to. Yep, that's the way we go. We just got to keep mushing it. We remember these tools from last week. The smearing effect is what we need. Oh, that's not working, Wendy. Maybe I didn't have them all both wet enough. I should have wet both pieces before I try and smear and press. I can't tell. Hmm. I have a bad feeling about this. Wondering if I should wait for the first layer to dry before I add another one upon it. Ooh, upon it. Yeah, I know. Big words. Ah, finger sticking. Okay, come on. Knock the finger loose. Come on, let go. Ah. That boop. No, see? It's just not wanting to do the attach thing. It's not wanting to do the build. So I might have to rethink how I'm doing that. It just may not work. It may just not work. Not happy. I am not pleased with the way this is working. I seem to be making a big fat mess. Or maybe I just didn't have enough layer attached to the cup itself, and it wants more of a buildup. Just need it to keep attaching. And I need to make a nice edge here so everything can keep squared off edge, so everything can keep building. Ooh. La 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 la. Okay. I'm having a sudden urge to start putting seashells together. I'm just happy that this is a very, very manageable way to work with these and not be subject to any smells or fumes. I can't smell this stuff at all. There is absolutely no odor. Yeah, it's kind of amazing. I want to put more on here, and I'm questioning how. So I'm going to pull a little block off, get it wet. Oh, once it's wet, it's not a snake anymore when you pull a little blop off. Blop, 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 blop. All right, so let's add to this corner here because we know it needs more height. Oh, that is really not working. Yeah. Really having a hard time figuring out how to make this work the best. Don't know if this is working, guys. I really don't know if or how this is working. I really hope that I've got the mashing and molding of them together so that the stuff doesn't like flake off in layers like the ball popped right off the other piece. The other had layers mashed in. It had water to help connect them, and they were more integrated. All right. Just keep thinking, but then it's not like the seashell. It's not as porous for it to grab into. So just keep adjusting and adding. So I need to add another bit. I managed to unstick it and I can roll it a little bit. Ooh, it's wet and it's sliding. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that was funny. Okay, I'm going to take a slightly larger piece because it's thicker. No, that's not what I should do. We've already learned that if it's not pliable on the inside, it's not going to stick to what I got going. So let's see if that helps make it a little more pliable. Yeah. Hence you're supposed to roll it into a ball again, Wendy. Remember, you said that earlier. Yep. And you see how it has affected me now. Okay, let's get this wet again. Maybe that extra wet will help. Okay, we need more height right here. I just kind of folded it over onto itself, and I'm hoping to attach it. Squish. Bring it up a little higher. I'm sorry if you guys are commenting and I haven't responded. I took my glasses off and I can't see you right now. I see this better with my glasses off. So let's get this a little thicker. That's right. Thickness. Height. I get mushed together so it blends and it just doesn't want to flake off and do its own thing. I'm noticing as some of them dry, I'm able to shape it a little more. Shape. That's the words we're looking for. That's okay. So I've got some extra thickness happening like I was looking for, or excuse me, some extra height. I can't call that thickness. That's awfully thin. I'm trying to make a nice edge. I know that's funny. At least it feels funny to me because it's so thin. I don't know if you can see some of the spots are really thin. Let's see if I can pick up a little bit jibby. No, that's not going to help. All right. Just trying to smooth the edge so it's a little thicker. See, this just hasn't quite integrated to where it thinks it's the same section yet. So I got to kind of coerce it. There's a lot of coercion in this. Okay. An edge. Okay. I'm sure that's not enough. It is much closer, and I will probably have to add another layer, but I think that due to the amount I have piled on here and how thin it is getting in some areas, I should let it get a little strength behind it. And while it does that, I will clean up all the crazy that I have created. Those guys, we'll see what we're going to do in a second. Hold on. Let me put my glasses on. Woo! All right. So I've built up this edge. Let me get my hands cleaned back a bit. These guys. What am I going to do with these guys? Let's see. Got to do something with them or they're going to set up. I have an idea. Let's get it wet. Start mushing it around. See if I can get it to make it more malleable again. Come on, squish together. You know you wanna. Come on. Yeah, I'm very glad I started without gloves this time. Made a huge difference. Huge, huge, huge difference. Woo! And I don't think this is gonna oh wait, hold on. It's squishy. It's rolly. It's semi-integrated. A little wet on my hand to keep it moving. And I think I should build up a little loop where this is going to go on here, or in its approximation thereof. But that will give it something that I can press in. Oh, wait. I can only press into it if it's already hard. Oh, good Lord, Wendy, you just may have screwed this up. Well, no, you haven't laid it down there yet. Should you? Maybe. Can't decide. Ah! Such decisions. So the scratch mark I made kind of goes like that. Now, if I line this up, is that where it would go? Needs to go up. Up, 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 over. T-cup, T-edge, T-edge. This one needs to come this way just a smidge. T-edge. Oh my goodness. Will it really press together right now? Okay, let's see if I can get this. This just might be possible right now, which if it is, that's just amazing. Oh my gosh, it's gonna work. That worked beautifully. Oh, I'm so pleased. I just have some connecting to do. Ah, I think it's gonna work, guys. All right. Here's the kind of view. It needs a tiny bit more work. I think it needs straight a little, but yeah, there it is. There's the idea. All right, guys, we've been on an hour. I'm just going to start mushing edges and do some cleanup work. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by and for watching. If you guys have any questions or want to see something else or have me try something else that I might have the supplies for, then drop me a line in the comments. Send me an email. I love hearing from you guys. All right. Woohoo! Have a great day, everyone. Enjoy your week. And who knows, maybe I'll see you on Friday. Woohoo! Bye, guys. Oh, wait, I should put it up at me for a second. Okay, so, yeah, this is making me extremely happy. So I'm going to finish working with this, and I'll show it to you next week, and we'll see what we're going to work on from there. But this being a completed project, or at least a project in motion that's been in halt for so long. Thank you, Caroline. Yeah, this makes me extremely happy, and I hope all of you find a way to work on a project you've had that's been on hold. Completing something like this for me is motivating because I have a whole lot of other stuff that I just have to start dealing with. And completion or working on a paused project when you know you've got a lot of crazy coming up can be a satisfying and empowering thing. All right, guys, enjoy your week. Mwah. Bye, guys.